Friends, my name is Riten. I'm the founder of Fueler. Fueler is an online platform that helps you create your portfolio for free. The best part is you can get jobs in different companies just by your skills. I mean, you don't have to, use your resumes and CVs. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about how exactly our experience are being shaped, right? How our taste develops. I'll give you a small context for this. Why I'm recording this video. Okay, so like I was reviewing an assignment submitted by one of our committee members. It's for a job. The pay is really good. The pay is like exceptionally good. So that person, he has submitted the assignment. Okay, now like while I was going through the assignment, I saw there's a lot of differences. Right now there's a catch to it. The assignment, okay, that person had a reference with him. Okay, he just have to see the reference, and based on that he has to work on it. Right now, like I was thinking when I got his submission, I was like, even he had that submission, I mean, even he had the reference with him, why couldn't he match that level? Right, I was understanding that. Right, and I actually made a video, okay, before this video, to explain the problems he was making. Right, and explained what are the changes he needs to work on them. Right now, I'm also making this video because I thought of sharing this mental model that I created few years back. It is from 2023 9th April. Pardon my handwriting, I was writing it like way too fast. Right, so it's a mental model that I created to explain how experiences really work in our life. Okay, now I'll explain this mental model in context to that assignment. Right, so it will give you a better understanding of what I'm trying to make sense here. Right, so this was the assignment. I'll show you something. Okay, just you wait and watch and see this video, and then you will understand the difference I'm trying to make here. Okay, so this was the submission that the person did. Okay, couple of weeks ago, yeah, I did my standard blood work after a long time, and when the blood work came back, it was nothing short of an eye opener. First of all, I lost 6 kg, and some of these things I have not done in years. I'm already at about 13-14 hours of fasted state, and nothing what got it. So this is a 15-second web. Watch the video. Right now, let's see the reference that I shared with the person. Okay, we'll watch the same 15-second here, so you'll get a context. Right, breathing is a starting point for gaining immense control over your body, higher states of consciousness which are not available to us otherwise. I did not realize that by just few weeks of concentrated focus on breathing, I'll be able to hold my breath for. Then, guys, we went 90 seconds, but you got an idea, right? So if you compare these two videos, there's a lot of difference, like lot of difference, right? The font, the line height, the space between the letters, right? Even the weight, color grading, a lot of things, isn't it? So the point I'm trying to make here is, okay, even though the person had this reference with him, but he couldn't match it. Right, the problem is experience. The problem is the lens. The problem is the detailing that we see. Right, so uh, so if I'm going to be honest with this submission that I got recently, so if this video is at this level, okay, the person was somewhere between here. Right, so that person has to develop a lens like this so that they are able to pick the differences. Do you remember during childhood we used to solve this problem, spot the difference between two pictures? Right? Do you remember that? I mean, it used to be on newspaper, and I used to love them, love solving them. Usually it used to come with five, find the five difference in two pictures. So we had to difference, we had to find the difference between two pictures. Right, okay, here it was missing, here it is there. Yeah, so you get an idea. Right, so the thing is, okay, in order to be experienced in life, right, you have to understand, okay, that there's a different stage. Okay, you have to develop that stage. Okay, and you have to keep looking for the standards. Okay, so imagine if this is your standard, and if you are here, so you will know you have to reach here. But if you are here and you feel like this is the standard I have, then it's not going to work. Right, again, this thing that you see here, this is just for reference. Again, there are probably, I mean, the next stage for stage 6 could be something, clean picture. Right now it's again netted. Again, you can see small boxes. Right, so the point here is, in order to improve, right, in order to gain experience, I would suggest, always tell you, please go experience more and more and more. Right, increase your standard. Okay, keep improving your work. Right, I guess any field, like any field, like you're gonna experience this, right? Anybody who is a beginner and anybody who's an experienced, you will see the difference, right? So the difference is nothing but the way you see, the way you can match the detailing, right? uh, Imagine you are doing this like a craft, right? You are making this craft. I also saw this one picture, I don't remember. So a beginner carpenter, or say someone who is um, designing it, like it was some kind of, I guess, chair that I saw, right? Someone who's a beginner, he just made a normal, like chair, but someone who is an experienced, that person made a lot of detailing on that chair, right? So that person is in this stage, right? But the someone who's just beginner, they are in this stage, right? So um, in order to develop more and more experience, you have to keep working on a lot of things, right? Please improve your craft, right? Practice a lot. I guess the catch here is practicing a lot, right? Our generation, so what really problem with that is, we are scared of like putting in more of effort, right? Because somewhere we also feel like if we are getting exploited, but that's not true entirely, right? I feel in my journey, like in my startup journey, whatever I have learned, it was all because putting in a lot of work, lot of work. I was not looking for the output, right? I was literally putting in hours and seeing how can I improve, how can I match the standard, right? Now there's a problem with it. So if you also like imagine someone who is in this stage, okay, and like they might be making say $100, okay, per hour, okay, and you are right now here, okay, and you're making say 20 $20 $30 per hour, right? You want to reach here, okay. So probably you have matched the standard too, but you're still making $30, right? So don't be discouraged, okay, don't be discouraged, because the time will change. The person who has gone this stage, okay, and is currently making 10 $100, obviously that person has also like has passed that stage of $10 $20 30 40 50 and eventually 100, right? So even if you're matching this standard, okay, and if you feel like that this is unfair with me, okay, I'm not getting $100, okay, I'm just getting 30 40, or people are exploiting me, don't be discouraged. Yes, some people will exploit you, but trust me, over time you will be making the same amount that person is making here, okay. But you have to justify that, right? You have to come up with all the approaches. So the person who is an experience, right, even though we just see the output of of the person, right, but they also have a proper thinking and understanding of how things really work, right? So in your case you have to understand, okay, like if I should when I'm explaining something, if I'm creating something, don't just focus on the output, also focus on the entire process, so that whenever someone is asking you about the process, you're able to explain that. If you're not able to explain that, then there's a problem, right? They are going to think that, okay, fine, you can match the output, but you might don't know how to actually optimize the process. Maybe your process is long, maybe you're not able, maybe you are someone who's not able to explain someone how things work, right? So that's where a person who is sitting here, that person has more leadership quality compared to you, right? So leadership qualities usually means you have the capability of explaining the things to someone where others can learn from you. So whenever there's a company that is hiring for leadership position, they always expect the person to to teach or train the other person, because that's how the team grows. If you're a team player, trust me, you're gonna make a lot of money in your life, right? And if you're here, and trust me, like you if you're here, okay, it always doesn't mean that you'll be a team player, but yes, having eye for detail and having a team player skill is something very unique in people, right? And yes, having a team player and having leadership skills about a lot of sacrifices too. You have to manage a team. Being here also, you don't so if you're here, it also doesn't mean that you have a leadership skill, okay, because not a lot of people who are here are good at teaching, are good at like managing people, are good at explaining, or are good at knowledge transfer, right? Sometimes they are very cocky in nature, right? Sometimes they are very rude and arrogant, okay. So they don't take feedback well, okay. I'm telling about the people who are here, right? So there are people like that, okay. So try not to be like that. Try to be someone who has leadership skill, who can explain, who can actually help someone learn and grow, right? Because if you're that person, trust me, you're gonna make a lot of money in your life, right? So yeah, that is it. I'm not stretching this video a lot. So this mental model was about this. I have 300 of this in my notebook, okay. I'll be bringing out more like I'll be creating more such videos to explain more such mental model that I've created with real examples, so that you can implement them in your life, right? So yeah, that's it. Bye guys.